I officially am licensed. I am a licensed nail tech. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are not new, welcome back. So today I'm going to be covering the details revolving around me taking my practical state board, passing my practical state board, and much more. So if you guys are interested in knowing about my experience, then keep on watching. And before I get started, be sure to follow me on social media. I'm not really active as I should be on TikTok. I want to be active, but Instagram is like where it's at for me. I'm literally on Instagram more than I am on TikTok. So yeah, and of course YouTube now. So yeah, but follow me on Instagram, naildxmk, so naildxmk, and of course subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so before I get started, I know you guys can see this back here. So this here is my certificate that I had got from finishing or completing 300 hours of nail school. Like, yeah, I did it. Then I did. And up above there is my license. I officially am licensed. I am a licensed nail tech. I'm about to tell you all how my practical exam went. It's not really too much. Same with when I had did my theory back in July, but you know, it's just like, you know, something that, you know, I could help you guys out with if you are all in school right now, in nail school right now, and are going to, you know, going forward with taking your practical and your exams, or your theory and your practical exams. I have it written down right here. Okay, so passing practical. When I got, or I passed my theory back in July. Passed my theory back in July, and I had until October to schedule for my practical. They didn't have any dates or times available for the month of August, so I'm like, okay, September is kind of pushing it, but not quite. I believe I had until the end of October to schedule. So yeah, I was good to go when I was able to schedule for September. And it's crazy because my birthday was literally, today is the 24th, so my birthday was literally yesterday. If you all are tuning into this video right now, I have to order a replacement battery for my MacBook. I am so hurt from like when I had found out that my computer, just a quick story, my laptop, I you know, would charge it, or I would be on it while it's charging instead of like shutting it down regularly and like letting it, you know, get fully charged and then use it. I would just, you know, be on it doing what I'm doing and just let it charge. So yeah, that's why, you know, you're just now seeing this video. So yeah, my birthday was yesterday, September 23rd, gang. Libra stands up, all the way up. We are the best in the month of September. I'm getting my license in the mail. Excuse my son back there. Oh, baby. Okay, please sit down. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I got my license in the mail, by the way. I was so happy. Like, I think the first person I called was my brother, my mom, and then I was just like texting everybody, sending them like a picture of, you know, of everything. So yeah, I was like, oh, hi guys. But I got my license last week. Yeah, last week. So it was like literally, it came just in time for like the best birthday gift I could have ever asked for. It's really like emotional moment for me because I'm like, I finally can say that I am a licensed nail tech. I'm really so proud of myself and everything for, you know, just passing and going through school after like dealing with what I was dealing with, you know, in my personal life and everything. So it's just, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. But anyways, yeah, so when I scheduled my exam September 12th at 1, because it's like 90 minutes long. So I was like, okay, let me get, you know, some time in the morning to like, you know, get myself together and just like, you know, go over any last minute like notes before I head to this building. My instructor, I believe, had said it was like a really like scary building and it was like intimidating, but when I got to the building it was not even scary. I was like, this building is fine, it's just a regular old building. But so I got there like just in time. It said to arrive like 15 minutes before, but you know, I just went ahead and, you know, get myself signed up so that I can, you know, sit down somewhere and like kind of mentally review step by step. This right here is literally step by step. So this here is the setup process. This is the manicuring steps, all right here and down here. You can remove the polish, set up for new clients. It has the time too that you have to do each step. The proctor will kind of introduce themselves and like, you know, the exam. And it was a cold, I think, yeah, it was pretty cold in there, but not like freezing cold. It was just like, you know, a little chilly. And like some people, like they wear like the black scrub tops, and they had like regular like pants on. Like they had like pants, or like some one person had came in with like you know, just her street clothes, like you're not looking like crazy or anything, but just like something that she would wear on a daily basis, or just like on a normal day. And then myself and like a few other people had on their black scrubs. So yeah, I guess you just, you know, give the information that the information that you're giving for when or how to dress is going to be sent like to an email for when you schedule for your state board. Your theory, like when you go take your theory, which is on the computer, you can dress anyway, but I guess like for the practical, you will have to dress like, you know, black scrubs. I wore my Crocs because I'm like, yeah. The building, the room that we were all in was, you know, really was nice, decent. They had us facing like the wall. Couldn't bring our cell phones in, like, so I had my cell phone in my car for like 3 hours, and I had it off because like I thought I was gonna be able to sneak it in, but they made us aware that we had any like electronic devices or anything of that sort, that we would be dismissed. And I'm like, I'm glad that I didn't. They gave us time to, like, you know, if we did have it on us, to go out, you know, before we get started with the practical, and, you know, take it to our car or put it away or whatever, so that it's not in the room. I guess that's to keep from any distractions going on while we're, you know, testing, because it's literally 3 hours long and you are timed the entire time. Steps that I was given in school definitely helped out a lot, as well as a video that I had also used here on YouTube. I will post the link in my description box, so that y'all can check it out. Those of you who are in nail school, currently on the verge of graduating and are going to be taking the theory and the practical next. I thought I had missed one step, and I actually had time to like correct myself like right away. Like I was like, okay, I'm supposed to do this. No, I'm supposed to do this. And then I, you know, quickly, you know, got it back together. But it went by really, like, it felt like it was slow at most like moments, but then it's just like, especially when it seemed like I was the first one done, or like other people were done ahead of me, I was like, oh my god, like, you know, I gotta get caught up or whatever. Are going to be sitting next to someone. I mean, it could be different, you know, or whatever, but I, you know, was sitting next to someone on my right side. On my left side, I was, you know, by my lonesome. But yeah, so I think, I don't want to say it was like maybe 8 of us in there. I think it was about 8, but it was like really small. And then like the room that we had to go in first, there was like, you know, a little desk area for like the hairstylist to do their practical, and then we had to go, for the nail techs we had to go into like another room, just really small. It was cool because I felt that we were going to have to stand up and like do everything, but it was all like in our seats, which was great. Because I'm like, how in the world I'm gonna hold this mannequin up, like as I'm like trying to do it. I'm bending over, like what is it called, ergonomically ruining our back. It just didn't make any sense. But I'm glad, like I said, that we were able to sit down or whatever during the whole entire time, because it was like 3 hours worth of standing up and doing like so many steps. Is ridiculous. We had to set up for new clients. Manicure is 20 minutes. Setting up takes 15 minutes to do. Manicure is 20 minutes. Remove polish is 5 minutes. Setting up new clients 10 minutes. Nail tip application 20 minutes. Sculpture nail, and for the nail tip application, they will be giving you which fingers to do. I think we did the index finger, if I'm not mistaken. We did the index finger because on the sculpture nail, which is after the nail tip application, we do the sculpture nail, which takes 20 minutes, and we did that on the pinky finger. So I was like, or the little finger. You have to know the difference. You can't say pinky finger. Like, what? No, it's the little finger. So this is the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, of course, little finger, and the thumb. The sculpture nails, we had to do it on our pinky, which I was really happy because it's like the little finger. I keep on saying pinky. The little finger, we had to do our sculpture nail on the little finger, and it was actually pretty easy because I was like, you know, it's the little finger, so it's gonna be pretty easy. Do not open your odorless liquid and powder because they will not accept. But looking at everybody else's setup, it was complete, except for one girl. It was another girl that went to the same school as I did, different city though, but it was the same like school, or whatever. Her and I had, of course, like the same amount of items. Everybody else had like different. I was like, what? Like some didn't have baskets, for instance, and like it was just, I guess because they probably had to purchase their own kits, which I'm so grateful that I went to the school that I went to because it was provided for. It was provided for us and included in our tuition. So that's also a good thing for when you're like doing research on like schools, to see if you are able to get into a school that provides all of that for you, so that you don't have to like go out and purchase everything, because it's a lot. Majority of stuff like the cotton balls and like the manicuring sets you can get off of. Can you go sit down? Can you go sit down, please? Okay, can you sit down real quick? Can you go sit down? Okay, sorry y'all, my son is very clingy. Very clingy, but that's what little boys, they love their mamas, and I love that he loves his mama. When you're doing your research to like see what schools out there have to where your tuition includes the kit to take the practical. I was really happy that my school offered that into the tuition or whatever. The only thing that I had to pay out of pocket was my books, and I also had to pay for the bag, the practical bag itself, which was $50. That is refundable, so I got my $50 back once I passed my practical, baby. Okay. Passing score for the practical is a 75. We gotta get a 75. Okay, baby. In the state of North Carolina, you have to get a 75. Your girl scored a 95. Okay. No, a 94. Sorry. Ooh. Off topic, but this is like my journal that I literally write everything. I don't have like the paper itself. This is like the receipts or whatever, and I just wrote pass 94. I feel like I did good. Like I feel like I passed, and I was like, there's no way I did every step literally the same as what it was showing on the paper. I even, before I went into the building, I don't think I went over anything. When I did my theory exam, I did like review. I didn't even go over. Hey, can you turn it down, baby? Turn it down some, okay? He has his phone up so loud. It's just like, dude, turn it down. I'm gonna have the mindset that I want to go over. I want to, you know, make over that score. And I remember going back because I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure if this is the right answer. Let me go back and like double check before I submit it. And when I tell you, after I took that test, like after I went back, I feel like that's part of what saved me, because who knows what I would have scored. I mean, I feel like I, you know, would have did an okay. I would have passed, you know, still, but had I not went back, who knows what my score would have been. But yeah, so after I hit the submit button, it popped up on my screen like pass. I was like, oh my gosh, like I passed, and I was just like, that part is over. It was like that part, that the theory exam was hard though, I'm not even gonna lie, it was hard. So you guys make sure you study, take the test as soon as you're able to, you know, take it, because you don't want to wait months and months, especially years. And if I'm like looking like over here kind of sideways, is because I have my camera is a flip camera, so I'm kind of like looking there. So excuse me if I'm looking over there, I'm trying to get used to looking actually in the lens. But anyways, back to the video. Hard, and I recommend for, you know, everyone out there that are in nail school or about to graduate to go ahead and schedule, you know, those exams so that you can get it out of the way and, you know, go on to doing what you're doing, whether it's, you know, opening your business, which congratulations to everyone out there that has successfully passed the theory and practical exam. I know it is not easy. Okay, can you go sit down? Go sit down, baby. Go sit down. You want an ice pop? Okay, I'll be back. I got him an ice pop. If you're fresh out of school, go ahead and schedule that practical and the theory. And you can also take, it also depends on the state. You can take both the theory and the practical. I keep on saying state, like they're both state. But you can take the theory and the practical on the same day. I was gonna say at the same time, but it don't work like that, because the one is longer than the other. The practical is longer than the theory exam. So, but you can schedule it at the same day if, you know, they have slots available for both to be taken that day that you want to take the test. I didn't want to do it that way. I could have, but the theory exam I took first stressed me out. I was like, I don't want to take no more tests today or like a few weeks from now. Like, although I had it in my mind that the practical is easy, like I've only probably gone over it at home. Don't want to wait to schedule the practical, even though it's like the easiest. My instructor also, you know, said for us to do the theory exam first to get it out the way, and then do the easy part, which is the practical. Study, and when I mean study, go over that book, go over the Milady books that you're getting for school, because a lot of the material you will actually see on the test. I wish I would have did that as far as like going into the books and using my testing material, which was all online, but I, you know, just solely relied on what was online, then going back into my book. I think I read like 1 or 2 chapters, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Makes me feel like I'm in school all over again. Like I didn't want to do that, so I was just like online. Definitely highly recommend to even read over, look over your notes that you wrote in class, even new notes that you can make while reading the chapters, but just study and take the test as soon as you're able to.
Then back to practical.
And each step you are timed your time, like I just, said earlier, with manicure being 20 minutes, removal polish 5 minutes, so on and so forth. They remind you when you have 5 minutes remaining, which is good because it's like, okay, I'm doing all this, trying to make sure I'm doing it step by step. Like, where am I at as far as time goes? Like, can you let me know? And they were good at that, as far as letting us know, as far as letting us know how much time that we had left to do whatever stuff that we were on. So that was a good thing. That was really good. My lashes. After you've done, like, after time is up, or after after everyone's finished, they don't wait until one person's finished and then they go, to like check up your work. They wait until everyone's finished collectively. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. It's just like so much information that I have in my brain that it's just like coming to me full force. So each step they read, like, from this like paper that they doing, because that's their job, and they do this like every single day. Every single day they read all this stuff. They read this little paper and they say you have such amount of time to like do each step, and then after that they check it. They wear gloves. The proctor will wear gloves, and he'll sanitize his hands, sanitize their hands after going to each person, and then go on to the next. Go on to the next step. The final part of the practical exam was blood exposure. How they do as far as like reading what you're going to be doing, and they also repeat it. So they read it out once and then they repeat it the same information again after that, and then you are starting. So each and every single time, like even if I didn't have to sanitize my hands, like I sanitize my hands. Sanitize your hands every single time. And I was like getting like a little frustrated because my hands were like becoming super dry, or I put too much hand sanitizer on, so it was just like extra sticky. And like the hand sanitizer I had got was like from Target, I think. I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is like the absolute worst. Like my hands are like all busted and disgusted. Like, well, I don't even believe I'm a nail tech right now because look, why are my hands so dry? But it's okay. Like, it's completely okay. Just use that hand sanitizer to your advantage. Anything you touch your nose by accident, you feel a little itch, scratch on your nose, and you scratch it off. Sanitize your hands, because that's points taken off, and I think it goes up to 10 points. So imagine you scratch your nose, or you scratch your hair, or you drop something, you pick it up. You don't sanitize your hands, that's points taken off, man. That's points taken off, and I know you don't want no points taken off. You want MK's points, because MK passed with a 94. The blood exposure. They do not read a paragraph. They don't read a paragraph or nothing. The proctor literally just goes up to you and say, can you show me proper blood exposure procedure? You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm glad I wasn't first, but it was like I was last, and while everybody else was finished, I was the one that had to do the blood exposure. So I was watching like a couple times, like the other girls that were in the room, and I specifically kept this in my mind of what my director told us in school, what my instructors told us in class and everything, and I just kept that with me the whole entire time, from when all the other ladies was going, like until it was my turn to go. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to not mess this up, because I don't want to like throw anyone under the bus, because I'm not that type of person. So I was the last person. Oh my gosh, I was the last person to do my blood exposure. And when I tell you guys, I was nervous. I was so nervous. Like, I felt like my heart was about to beat out my chest. I thought I was gonna faint. I thought I was gonna throw up. Like, it was so many like thoughts like this. So many thoughts was just going through my head. I know how I was taught doing blood exposure was to have absolutely nothing on the table. Have absolutely nothing on the table.
No table.
You hear him? No. know, out of everything that we had to do, the most important thing is the blood exposure. We had to do the blood exposure is the most important step out of everything, because it's like this could actually happen when you are doing service and you cut your finger or you cut your client's finger. You know, perfecting, and which I understand, like I was trying to perfect every step. I was just like, coming to the last final step, which is the blood exposure, I know how important it is, because it's like, okay, you can do all of this, but can you, like, you know, do you know the steps of blood exposure? Like I said, my experience was a good experience. The process was pretty easy, like getting in there, finding the building. I was gonna like take a day before, I had went to take the test to actually see, where it was located and everything. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just leave out early, which I ended up doing. It wasn't too far from where I am now. I am back in North Carolina. Again, like, you have to think about your happiness, your own happiness, and those around you, but mostly yourself. And that's what I was going based off of, my happiness and my child's happiness. So we are back in North Carolina. I have so much in store again for my business, and just taking it to the top. Yes, taking it to the top. And you guys are here with me on my journey. This is like, I feel like my journey is also your journey, so like we're doing this together. Anything that I've learned is helpful, it can be helpful for you. So yeah, on the website also shares like any changes that is that's about to happen within like the exam portion of this state board. So so after that step, after I did the gloves, and then I disinfected the table, threw away the gloves, sanitized my hands, and then put one glove on, girl, I knew I passed. I was like, I know I got like an 85 or even higher, but I was like, I know I passed, without a doubt. I know I passed. But yeah, like it was a good experience. And after we were done, we had taken our bags and like our actual, like we had cleaned up whatever other stuff that we had to clean up, and take our like trash bags and leave out the building. And like I remember walking completely out of that room, and then going out of the room that we came in to check in at, and then being in the hallway to like stepping outside and just literally giving like this sigh of relief. And I was just like, I was beyond relief, because I was like, it's over, and now it's like I have to wait 3 days. I have to wait 3 days, 2 to 3 days, to see what my results are. And when I tell you guys, I was very impatient. Like I was very antsy, because I was like, I need to know what I made. I need to know what I made. I need to know what I made. Like, I need to know right now what I made. And of course I had the website on my phone. Like I would check the website every day. Like literally when I got home, I was already on the website. I'm like, miss, the results is not gonna be up right now. Like you have to wait, girl. I ended up going to have to go somewhere that day. And I believe when I had got back from, because I was like, I'm not gonna check it no more. Like I had to wait 2 days, but I was like, something just told me to just go up there and see if they have it. And I went on the website, and they don't have like your names or anything. They give you like on the paper that you your receipt that you're given, they give you your candidate ID and other information. We had to enter our candidate ID and our birthday to get access to our results. Something had told me to just like check one more time, or just check, just see if the results is up there. And like I said, on the results page, it just shows the date that you took the test. So I was date 9/13. Was it 9/13? 9/12. Sorry, 9/12. So I went up there and I seen 9/12. I was like, oh my gosh, it's up there, it's up there. Like, I was so excited. I remember being so excited, my heart beating. But like I said, I was like, I know I passed, but I just wanted to know what I scored. I went on, I put in my candidate ID, my birthday, and it took me to this page where it had test results, and it had like license, like apply for, you know, the link to apply for a license. So I was like, no, I need to see my results right now. I go to click on test results. I seen the word pass on this side. Was it? Yeah, this side. I didn't even look at the score yet. I was like, I passed. Oh my gosh, I got passed. I passed. I then looked over and see what I had scored, and baby, when I was like, I made a 94. I made a 94. Like, that is so crazy. Like, that's how you know. That's how I knew. I knew exactly what I was doing. But yeah, just as long as you like apply yourself, you know, study, you know, and just, you know, speak it in existence as if you already passed, and that you know what you're doing, you'll be good. That concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all my yapping, getting off topic and everything like that. I really don't mean to, but it's just like I said, I'm very passionate about doing nails. Even though with me just starting off, like, I'm very passionate of doing nails and what I've learned thus far, and that I will continue to take on forward with teaching and just being an educator in many ways that can help out many beginner nail techs out there, people who aspire to be nail techs, and so on and so forth. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. And until next time, I will see you guys.